National service, exams, money, housing, family expectations. These are experiences that almost every Singaporean can relate to. They are also the subject of some of Singapore's most successful films. For more than 2 decades, one filmmaker has transformed everyday Singaporean life into stories that audiences laugh at, cry over, and most importantly, recognize.
When people think of Singaporean cinema, one name always shows up: Jack Neo. But to understand why it resonates with Singaporean audiences so well, we need to first look at what he's putting on the screen.
Before becoming a filmmaker, Jack Neo was already a familiar face in Singapore. He first gained popularity through television and comedy, developing a reputation for observing everyday Singaporean behaviour and turning it into humour. But in 1998, he entered the film industry with Money No Enough. The film became a massive commercial success and proved that local audiences were willing to watch stories about their own lives. From that moment onward, Jack Neo became one of the most defining voices of Singapore cinema. What separates Jack Neo from many filmmakers is his choice of subject matter. Rather than creating distant worlds or larger-than-life heroes, he focuses on ordinary Singaporeans facing everyday problems. In Money No Enough, he explored financial insecurity and the pressure to achieve economic success. The film follows 3 friends struggling with money and highlights concerns that many Singaporeans continue to face today.
In I Not Stupid, Jack Neo turned his attention towards the Singaporean education system. The film explores the experiences of students placed in the EM3 stream and questions how academic labels can affect confidence, opportunities, and relationships. The film sparked widespread discussion because it reflects concerns that many parents and students already understood.
Even in Home Run, a film centered around a missing pair of shoes, Jack Neo uses a simple story to explore poverty, sacrifice, and family relationship. Across these films, a clear pattern emerges. Jack Neo isn't simply telling stories, he's documenting social issues that shape Singaporean life. And that's exactly why these films connected with audiences. People weren't watching strangers, they were watching versions of themselves. Although his film tackles serious topics, Jack Neo rarely presents them in a serious way. Instead, he uses a formula that appears throughout much of his work. First, he introduces a familiar social issue. Then, he uses comedy and relatable characters to make audiences comfortable. Finally, beneath the humour, he delivers a deeper message. In I Not Stupid, audiences laugh at the students' mischief, but underneath the comedy is a discussion about education and self-worth. In Money No Enough, audiences enjoy the humour between friends, but the film also examines financial stress and social expectations. This balance between entertainment and social commentary became Jack Neo's signature style. It allowed difficult conversation to reach mainstream audiences. Jack Neo's importance extends beyond box office success. His films helped establish a distinctly Singaporean voice in cinema. At a time when many audiences looked overseas for entertainment, Jack Neo created stories rooted in local experiences, local humour, and local concern. His films explored issues such as education, money, family, and national service. Together, they formed a record of modern Singaporean life. They showed not only who Singaporeans are, but also what Singaporeans worry about, value, and aspire towards.
Many filmmakers create worlds that audiences can escape to, but Jack Neo, he did the opposite. He asked audiences to look at the world that they already live in. Through stories about students, workers, families, and soldiers, he captured the hopes, dreams, and everyday lives of Singaporeans. He became Singapore's cinematic mirror. Thank you for watching.